Hey there, treasure hunters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, episode 43, Relic Location. So at the start of the stream, I am going to continue improving gear. That might be something that people that watched yesterday's stream in Eldritch Guards is familiar with, but essentially, gear is king, and we don't really have good gear yet, so I want better gear. I'm also going to be leaning a bit more heavily into using mechs. I want more lifters and clean sweepers and maybe a constructoid. Resurrecting our dead constructoid and dead lifter makes sense. Carthren's Unnatural Healing. Let's drop that on Brady Bill, our slave who got absolutely chewed up by the acid. So right at the start, for you early birds, we have got a lifter bot to raffle away. Sweet. So taking a look at our stockpiles here, we are pretty low on steel, but we did just get ground pen scanning. So one of the things I want to make is a deep drill. Obviously, there isn't nothing to be drilled here. I just want the deep drill constructed so that we don't tie up all of our steel and other things. Okay, and Brady Bill's left shoulder was restored. Basically, he's not going to be able to move until the spine comes back. But, you know, I'm patient. That might happen eventually. Let's see. Other things that we could do. Fish pickles. Let's have you hop into the gene extractor. I am going to resurrect 2 light mechanoids because we have a dead lifter and a, well, dead, disabled, whatever you want to call it. A broken lifter and a broken constructoid, and I wouldn't mind to have them back. And what I'm hoping to do is to wrap up the standard research of recon armor and jump packs for Locust. Probably also getting gene processing because we're making more complex xenogerm implantations. And getting prosthetics and bionics. But speaking of genes, let's go ahead and crank out another blood bag. So as soon as we find a deep drill site, I can hook that that drill that we just built up to it. Phenomenal. All right, another thing I wanted to focus on is, alright, crackhead, let's say only make 10 advanced components. Shirts and pants, because not everything has to be steel, you know, requiring. So I am, gonna make sure we have tail caps, toques, etc. Body strap. Let's do allow all, but not thrombo. Actually, dread is fine, I would say. In fact, let's put them in dread. That's because you can't sell dread leather. So we'll have the slave body straps be dread leather because of the lack of sale. And I'll do the same for the tribal wear. Alright. And the crackhead, I'm going to have you tailor over Smith. There we go. So, better clothing, better gear, better weapons, better everything. You name it, I want it better. Where is... Oh, he's in the gene extractor. I was like, where did fish pickles go? I forget that they just disappear when extracted. Now, another thing that's happened is because Brady Bill is downed, Jazz, unfortunately, you're going to be responsible for cooking again. So I do hope to get Brady Bill mobile again, or a new slave. I don't really care. One or the other's fine by me. So patching up the holes in the wall so that we don't have any easy breaches. And I think that was the last major hole in the wall. Mechs are going to be unrestricted. Everybody else is unrestricted. Good. I also wanted to change fishbowl. So I think what I'm going to do here is change the zoning a little bit so that there's a stockpile here. I'll do bad meat. And it's going to be insect and twisted. And the reason for it is, then what I'll do is the fishbowl zone will include this zone so that my, my wonderful ghouls only eat the meat that, like, no one else really wants to eat, and leaves our freezer alone and the corpses alone and all that stuff. I think that's reasonable. Okay, I hit Jazz with Preach Health so that he recovers a little bit faster. Alec K, thank you for the resub. And Bobby. And Enthak. Man, I'll keep drinking to that. Cheers. And raffle time with the lifter is done. It goes to Brody, which is weird because you're here, dead. But as long as you're dead, you can have another. Also, totally rigged that you'd win twice. Totally. I'll say it. Yeah, totally rigged. So I think what I'm going to do is temporarily power down the research here so that our researchers spend more time at the Grand Pen scanner so that I can start to find steel and plasteel and gold and the like. There is also the last information about the relic and a component site that I would very much like to visit, which is up for 11 more days. It's guarded by 17 people, which is rather a sizable amount. So it's probably going to be one of those things that we visit with the ghouls once the ghouls recover from gene scanning. I gained fat body. Oh, good. Yep, totally what I was after. Oh, one thing I should do is not have anything right where the entryway is, so that they don't stand in the doorway. Oh, I did notice something while waiting for the stream to start. Wort was stored here, which is not refrigerated, which is dumb, and I'm moving it. So, there, fixed. So Dave will be unwounded. Yes, those are words that I can use. He'll be unwounded soon. We have the lifter bots hauling the corpses in. And then we are waiting. So I think what I'll do is I'll take twisted meat and insect meat out of the stockpiles here so that those meats are stored out here. And maybe eventually put a biofuel refinery somewhere around here so that we can use the twisted meat. Because we're getting like a lot of twisted meat from all these devourers, and, you know, we're only going to interact with even more void entities as time goes on. That's just pretty inevitable, I think. So it makes sense to me to set up a situation where we have a lot of storage for it. I don't think it's necessary to put it on shelves exactly. Alright, so Crackhead, you are making regular components. Cool, because I was mightily low. We have 2 days left for Yusori's revival. Dave. Don't sow that. And up here, I want you to sow hay grass. Because we're going to want a way to refresh the fire trap. And, well, hay grass makes sense. Okay, so the valid path into the base right now is this fire maze. Got it. Always, always, always have a valid path. For these prisoners, are they? Okay, hemofarm, and we should hemofarm Kooks. When is Kooks' genes regrown? 4 days? Okay. I'm going to scan Major Mildew in the meantime. And then once Major Mildew's scan is done, and his genes have been regrown, or gene loss shock, I should say, has been decayed, I'll think about going out to the component site, because that component site, I mean, that's a lot of components. And that sounds good to me. So Valka's scanning. And hopefully we find some steel close to our compound. That's the hope. Ooh. Crackhead's making sure that we have plenty of fresh threads. And I'm going to remove the forced wear. But just keep an eye on Thrumbo lab coats. Essentially, I want to make sure that that our Void researchers have coats on. With that said, we don't really have any Void things to study at the moment, so it doesn't really matter too much that we have a coat on or not. We research the Void very quickly. So, yeah, it's not super necessary. The other thing I could do while I wait for fish pickles and Major Mildew to recover is send someone like Crackhead, Moxie, and Lordex out to the terminals. I think that's probably worth doing as far as I'm concerned. So as soon as Crackhead's up, I'm going to send these ghouls out. I'm going to get them nice and full. Okay, they're nice and full. I'm going to wait for Crackhead. Shellbell, thank you for the resub too. Once Jazz is done fixing up this containment cell, I will probably start replacing more of the flooring so that it's less flammable. Oh, we got gray eyes. Great. At least we have tons of dread leather. And maybe what I should do is I should store dread leather. I'll store it here. And then this can be only for Thrumbo. Seems reasonable. It's a big base? Yeah, it is. It's a big compound, and we don't really have a lot of people. So it would probably stand to reason I should add people, but whatever. Alright, so this is the compound that has info about the Archiform. So Form Caravan, going south. It's going to be Crackhead, because he's a good researcher. The 3 horses, and Lordex and Moxie, because they weren't scanned. I will bring hay, fine meals, twisted meat, medicine, and a bedroll. Okay, Godspeed. So better gear and get the Archiform Relic. Changing the priority a little bit. I'm not going to provoke the Void until we're a little bit stronger. With that said, I might want to do a skip abduction. Jazz, Carthrain, Dave. I'm going to miss out on one extra chanter because Brady Bill really can't move. So let's try to skip abduct potentially a new colonist or slave or something. Or a blood bag, worst case scenario. And I do have a spare blood bag xenogerm waiting. Here you go, bud. Our colonists like to be regularly involved in psychic rituals, so the more often I do this kind of stuff, the happier they'll be. Which seems reasonable to me. Oh, dear lord! The dude we ripped came with a doomsday launcher? Okay. Right. That's cool. Alright, Fitz. We're going to scan Fitz, because I would very much like to scan the robust gene. That's why I've been scanning Fish Pickles. Fish Pickles is a Neanderthal with robust. It's probably the last... That and the Impid's very fast runner. Those are the last two genes that like I absolutely am looking for. So hopefully I end up getting it soon. And it's not biocoded. Yeah, exactly. I can use it if I'd like. Okay, speed to or demon speed, I should say. To Crackhead, Moxie, and Lordex. Going to the complex. Valka and Jazz. Okay, their death rest is not coming up anytime soon. That's good. That was my concern. So once he's done scanning, I'm going to want to set you up for blood feed, hemofarm, and also herbal meds operate for a... You know, because I want to scan robust, I am going to have you be paralyzed. I'm going to install peg legs and then remove them. Sucks to be you, buddy. So here's the map encounter. Let's go get, like, the one terminal's here. It's literally, I can see the glowing through the wall. But there's 6 of them. And I have 4 days, 10 hours to get it done. A flesh nugget? Nah, he's a fur nugget. Because, you know, eat a kid. Two bugs. Nothing my ghouls can't handle. Except for more insects just woke up. So let's stand on either side of Crackhead. Oh, here they come. Because I don't want to interrupt Crackhead's hacking. Okay. Back to the compound. All's well here. Avalga, you are not scanning quickly. Okay, the game just said everything's safe, so that means the bugs are dead. We'll keep looking around. Wow. Dude's been dead for 188 years, or 83 years. This is an old compound. Full of 180-year-old chem fuel. That's a hell of a fuel stabilizer that they put in it. God, where are my terminals? I've gone, what, how many rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rooms, and I found 1 terminal so far? There we go. Scythers. Well, we will be able to answer the age-old question of Scyther versus, Ghoul. Pretty sure the ghouls will win. Because, you know, ghouls don't bleed. But Scythers get shredded. Oh yeah, the Scythers are super losing. It's not, and that's not even the super ghoul Fish Pickles, because he's tough and robust. Which makes his incoming damage almost fully nullified. It's ridiculous. So the containment cell has not been repaired. Mostly because Jazz has just been working on cooking stuff. So Jazz, take a break from cooking and work on the containment. Crackhead, how tired are you? You're quite. But, I don't care. Keep working. A quest offer of Mammoth Construction. I'll take a look at that in a sec. It is... Well, you know what? I might actually want to do this. So it's a mysterious message. There's no penalty for failing or whatever. And it's for a neuroformer. If it wasn't for a neuroformer, I would overlook it. I would ignore it. But, like, a neuroformer changes the equation significantly, I think. Understandably. Because we aren't friends with the Empire, like, at all. So we're not going to get neuroformers that way, and we're not tribal, so we're not going to get neuroformers through tree. Dave's tribal, but the rest of us aren't. So, oh, we got naked speed off of you. Not helpful, because I already had it. Alright, Dave's full healed. That's good. Fitz is getting his legs removed. Yeah, there was a surprising lack of explodey fire. I 100% agree. Alright, these ghouls are probably hungry. What's there to eat? Let's have some donkey. Oh, Jesus. Never mind. Okay, that one's complete. You're quite tired, but just keep going. I'll even give you insect jelly for it. Failed catastrophically. No. You failed absolutely perfectly. I couldn't have asked for a better job. By cutting off his leg, you've spared yet another surgery. A+. I am just amazed that you predicted exactly what I wanted you to do. Dang. Give it a full S. No, I wouldn't even say task failed. She skipped a whole step. She did 2 surgeries in 1. That's a new record. Okay, so we have insect jelly, and you guys can eat some mega spider if you're hungry. Alright, there's one left. Ghouls are just amazing guards, caravan guards. They're kind of hard to feed on the move, but like, oh my god, just such powerful, easy to control. Love it. Alright, so Jazz, you're building the gene banks. That seems reasonable. Kooks is on a 2-day timer. What about the duplication? Oh, I can duplicate. Well, Jazz, let's go do that. And just in case it's a hostile duplication, I'm going to have the ghouls stand by. And we just found the relic that is north of us. Perfect. You know, I actually don't really care about the supply. So I'm just going to reform caravan and come back home. Yeah, I'll take some slag chokes and some scythers. I don't care about the move speed, and I don't mind having more steel, because steel is a kind of limited resource. All right, so duplicated jazz is hopping in the scanner. Sanguiphages also have robust, so I don't really care where I get robust from, whether it's fish pickles or fits or jazz, but that's what I'm really hoping for, because the genes that I have naked speed, I have fire resistant, I have strong melee damage. Those are the important ones so far. And then robust and very fast runner, and that's like most of the way there, most of what I would want. All right, Yosori is back up. Done. And we'll revive the next one. Robust digestion would be really good too if I get pigskins. It's not super helpful because, like, ghouls eat... the amount of food that I have available for ghouls is pretty unlimited. Especially given that they could just eat live creatures out there. But yeah, technically robust digestion would allow them to eat more efficiently. Because eating raw is inefficient unless you have the robust digestion gene. So there's security threats that get activated. I'm not too worried about them. You... Brackhead never animal handles, so... someone else has to come down here and rope. Yeah, it would be good for a longer caravan distance, absolutely. It's just not a super important one in terms of, like, combat prowess. I guess that's what I should have phrased it as, is like, as far as combat goes, it's not gonna make them tougher, just easier to feed. So the steel urns I hauled back just so that I could shred them. Or break them down. This is weird. You have a saddle, but you have no gear. Yosori touched you and your saddle disappeared. Okay, sure. I guess. I'm super confused, but that's fine. Oh, interesting. You touched the obelisk and it made a harbinger tree. Okay. Where did you just rope one animal? You did, didn't you? Strong intellectual. It's not what I wanted. So hop back in there. Don't care if you die. Jazz is already getting organ decay. Which is funny, because he's a Sanguiphage, so, like, who cares? And the first thing we scanned was Jade. Boo. Alright, I think... fish. Okay. Once the horses are rounded up, I'm gonna send everyone back out to go, or not everyone, but Avalka and like 2 of the ghouls back out to get the relic. And then I'm gonna need to actually build a reliquary. Marble, probably? I was thinking of like building it, I don't know, something eventually like that, let's say. Or maybe in the back. I could move things around and have the reliquaries be like that in the back of the room. Put the doors here and here. And there's still plenty of room for, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a slight redesign. Let's get some jade, shall we? Oh man, that jade is far away. Heck. And I don't have any unstable power, so that kind of sucks. A heat wave. Got it. We do have a air-conditioned inner courtyard thing to protect from heat waves. I don't know how effective it will be, but we'll see. How's the misses and the teeny rad? They're good. Pretty good. Alright, so if we're installing the deep drill there, I will run power out that way, but it's going to be annoying. I kind of don't want the jade that bad, but whatever. How much jade do I have stockpiled? Maybe I don't even need to do it. I don't have any jade stockpiled, so okay. I like how Brady Bill is paralyzed and just got inspired to shoot things. It's like, good luck with that inspiration, friend. I don't think it's going to work out for you, but I wish you the very best of luck. And Dead Jazz offered us what, Gene? You gave us low sleep. I mean, it's not a bad one to own, I suppose, but we didn't really want it. It's not the one we wanted, so we'll just butcher him when it becomes convenient. So now that a lot of the construction projects are done, we'll try to get the jade out, I guess. Part of me wants to just, like, you know what? Save the effort. I'll do it a different way. A bulk goods trader. Sweet. Jazz, let's trade. Ooh, there's an opportunity to bring in donkeys if I want. I'd probably prefer horses just for the travel speed, but I like donkeys. And then there's also that monument to build. So I think what I'm going to do is focus on the monument that we had promised, because another Psylink would be just amazing. I will buy a Death Rest capacity serum. I think the tail caps and cowboy hats are easily replaceable. Anything low HP damaged clothing can be sold as well. I'm going to sell all the dread leather stuff that I have for for the most part. Hell, I'll even sell the steel urns because they fetch a nice price. Okay, cool. Avalka, I'm going to let you have this serum so that you have psycho fluid. You are going to have death rest sooner or later, and getting you the best psycho fluid possible would be helpful so that you are a good invoker. I do, however, need to find myself some plasteel first. So the monument marker's here, and the like stone materials stockpile is here. So I think it makes the most sense to put the monument somewhere around that spot. Also means I'm probably putting the jade mining on hold. Volka, do you want to bring... Why haven't we... Oh, Jazz, butcher your fake self. Let's try that again. No, come on. Butcher this. Fine, you know what I'll do? Just eat the bad Jazz. For some reason or other, they're not butchering that one. Oh, it's because the zoning is bad. Okay. So for Butcher Creature, I'm going to have another zone. I really wish that you could rename these bills. So this is going to be for colonists that died. And it's... I'm not going to have it forever. I'll just have it be singular so that I can control it more easily. But I don't want, like, the non-burial garbage, so. Avalka, you ready? Let's go. Form caravan going north. You are going to bring the 3 horses and fish pickles and major mildew. Looks like you have already packed up the supplies you need. I'm not going to tamper with that. And then this monument. Everything that can be made of wood. Oh, I screwed that up. I'll just redo it. Everything that can be made of wood, I want to make of wood. To keep it as cheap as possible. Cutting costs. And I think I already have enough blocks, I imagine, that I probably don't need to cut more. But Dave, you're going to join the constructors here because this is a big project. So, walls made of wood, sarcophagus made of wood, doors made of wood, tiles made of limestone, and don't build that spot so we can get in and out. Also, cut trees. And don't roof it. Hey, I see the butcher door getting propped open. It's fine. Just needs a little bit of refinement. Alright, Avalka's elf with major mildew and fish pickles going for the archiform. I think what I'll end up doing is, I'm going to put the reliquaries in the back here, lining them up like this, and just modifying the walls just a little bit to offer more space. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. So something like, so we'll have another reliquary here, another reliquary here, and the walls will just go, you know, like that. I can even make them of marble and then replace them when I have the materials to replace them. Hey, Brady Bill. You're not hurt. Well, I mean, you're missing a spine, a stomach, and a right arm. But yeah, apart from those injuries, sure, you're not hurt. Define hurt. Are you in pain? Maybe not. Do you have all your body parts? Maybe not. Alright, Kooks is going in. And before I forget, I should take Fitz's leg off. Unfortunately, I think my doctor is out of the house. Jazz, you get to attempt to be a doctor. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 23rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video, and there's also a link to Twitch there as well. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow cultists.